Welcome to Milestone Moments, the show where we explore the journeys that lead to success. I'm Sheila Slick, your host and founder of 5 Milestones. In every episode, we will bring you insights from the minds of entrepreneurs, leaders, and experts who will share not just their expertise, but the milestone moments that have reshaped their journeys and led to significant achievements. So if you're looking for motivation, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and discover the milestones that mark the path to success. Welcome to another episode of Milestone Moments in Business and Leadership. I'm your host, Sheila Slick, and today my special guest is Rich Perry. Rich helps purpose-first entrepreneurs make a bigger impact. He guides his clients towards greater clarity with messaging, improving confidence with communication, and increasing brand visibility to maximize business growth. He is a partner and the chief marketing officer of Empowered Podcasting, co-host of Empowered Podcasting Live, and of 10-Minute Mentor with Rich Perry. And he also just published his new book, Talk of the Town. Welcome to the show, Rich.
Hey, Sheila. Thanks for having me. It's Thursday for us. I don't know when it's going to air, but happy Thursday to you.
And to you too. And we just got over a really nasty storm, so I'm really happy that it's not going to interrupt our conversation.
Right?
Since you help purpose-first entrepreneurs get clear on their messaging and get visibility, what opportunities are you seeing right now for those that want to grow their reach? And where does podcasting fit in all of this?
Absolutely. When you want to be a purpose-first entrepreneur, you're really looking to make a difference with that individual, right? And it's about reaching that individual, helping them solve that immediate problem, building that meaningful relationship, and really, wanting them to be successful. Those are some great ways to implement podcasting because you are reaching that person in their living space. You're reaching them when they're doing chores. You're reaching them when they really need to connect. And podcasting has that opportunity to connect with them, establish that value, help them solve those itty bitty problems so that they consider you when they have those big hairy problems that really need to be solved, right? That you've established that trust with them. And podcasting, whether it's video or audio, is a great opportunity to reach those people where they are, build that meaningful relationship, and start helping them solve those problems.
So now let's talk about the Empowered Podcasting Conference. How was that idea born?
So, Empowered Podcasting, the conference itself was actually the child of one of my business partners and founder, Mark Ronick. The reason he created Empowered Podcasting was because he'd gone to some of those bigger conferences, which I'm sure you've been to, Sheila. I know that I've been to, like where there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people walking around. And you kind of get lost in the sea of all of those people, right? It can make some folks just feel left out. Maybe they don't feel like part of the crowd, or maybe they're just having difficulty connecting with other like-minded people, right? So what he wanted to do was create a space for those types of people that want the learning. They want to grow. They want opportunities to monetize their podcast. They're looking for ways to connect with people that are just like them, but in a more intimate setting. So rather than having thousands and thousands of people, our event, Empowered Podcasting, limits it to around 250 people. So has all the expertise that you want on stage, all the opportunities to grow as an individual and as a podcaster, while not feeling like you're just one of a sea of people, right? It has that opportunity to really connect and build those meaningful relationships. I was involved from the beginning, but I did miss the first year because I just couldn't make it in person. I got involved last year as marketing director, and then I kind of stepped up and said, hey, I want some ownership in this. I want to help you grow this. And then I bought in as a partner.
For someone that's contemplating or playing around with the idea of starting a podcast, would this be a great space for them to go learn?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're going to learn from experts in their field, whether they're talking about the latest tools to help workflow with your podcast, or you're looking for ideas for equipment, or you're looking for ways to grow your podcast and monetize it, or you want some sponsorships. We have all of those experts on stage teaching you. We also have, because it is that intimate setting, when these folks get off stage, you have an opportunity to walk right up to them and ask that follow-up question. Or you're going to see that individual walking in the hallways, and you can speak to them later while you're eating lunch or hanging out at the mixer, in the evening hours. This is a great place for you to feel welcome, feel like you're part of the group, and really get a lot of value for being there for those 2 days.
And what are the trends right now, or where are you seeing a gap? Where do people struggle in growing their audience base or their podcast?
I think that would definitely be a question for Mark or Jason. Like, that's their area of expertise. So full disclosure, they are podcasting coaches. I think for me, I just want to reiterate to people not to get too hell bent on, oh, what are my numbers like? What are my numbers like? What are my numbers like? Or using AI to the point of removing the human touch part of your podcast. Yes, those numbers are important, but for me, I think using podcasting to make a connection, make an impact with the viewer, I think if you focus on those two things, at least in the very beginning, okay, if you're just starting out, focus on those two things right there. And I think you're going to see a lot of better results and a better ROI for, your time and money investment in podcasting. We were just talking about this yesterday on Empowered Podcasting Live. A lot of people, they think they're going to start a podcast and immediately just get thousands and thousands and millions of followers like Joe Rogan. And they're just going to walk into the restaurant and people are going to be, high five. Oh, that's that podcaster. He's famous, right? Doesn't always work like that. Like, that's not common. Okay. So just set those realistic expectations when you're starting your podcast.
I absolutely agree with you. You never know how one person's story or message can be someone else's breakthrough.
Absolutely. And for service-based entrepreneurs, like the folks that I work with, more service-based and purpose-driven, like, you might just have two listeners in that episode, but that one listener hires you for a big project, and all of a sudden you're like, holy smokes, like, this doubled my income this month or in this quarter or something, because that one person just really trusted you and made all the difference, right? I mean, if you just get yourself frazzled because your numbers aren't up there, you may be missing out on some other bigger opportunities. In with the podcasts that I've done, and it's been rebranded a couple different times, like, but that's 10-Minute Mentor is like the main podcast that I've done for a number of years. If it wasn't for having that podcast, even when the numbers were low, even when, I thought, oh, is anyone even listening to this thing? Right. It was because of just having that podcast, having that connectable way to reach other creators. That's how I got connected with Podfest. And I started speaking there and being an MC there and meeting all kinds of really great people. That was where I met Mark Ronick, the founder of Empowered Podcasting. It was just through those conversations that it was like, oh, we're friends. Now we're going to, let me join you on this business venture and become a co-owner in this really amazing community and all these things that we have planned. If it wasn't for that podcast of just sitting in there, plugging in the mic, sharing my expertise, and just doing it over and over and over and building that consistency, I wouldn't have had that. And it's been life changing for me just having that podcast. So for me, I'm like, well, it's certainly provided a lot of great opportunities and enriched what it is that I do. So I'm a living example of what good things can happen just by doing it and being a part of that community.
Well, and I'm really excited to not only participate, but full disclosure, I am a sponsor of Empowered Podcasting. I've never been, so I'd love for you to share with me and my audience, for that person listening today who has a story, a business, a message. Why should they be in that room?
This is going to give you the tools that you need, the resources, the confidence to share that message with who it is that you want to reach. And whatever it is you want to do. If you're a doctor, you want to heal people, right? You're a consultant, you want to help people grow or help, give them the right advice that they need, or whatever the case is, right? Come to Empowered Podcasting, learn how to communicate that information through the medium of podcasting or, other creative mediums, and just learn and learn from the experts, go back home and then start implementing what it is that you learn. So that's another important thing as well. Don't just go and learn the stuff and then go home and then not do the stuff that you learned, right? You got to take those action steps. And Empowered Podcasting is a wonderful, supportive community that will continue helping you in those areas in the months to come. So we're not going to forget about you after the conference is over. You join the Facebook group, we'll keep providing value, keep helping you along, growing as an individual, growing as a service provider, as a business professional. We're here to help you grow. And I don't want to jump ahead, but I know that we're going to give you, Sheila, some free tickets for your listeners. So, folks, good reason to be there is you're going to learn and grow. And Sheila's going to make that happen because she is one of our sponsors and she's got a couple tickets to give out. We got to act fast because it's only a couple weeks away.
So give us all of the details. Where can we learn more about Empowered Podcasting?
Absolutely. Great question. So the website is empoweredpodcasting.com. You can get all the information about the conference itself, which is happening in Charlotte, North Carolina, August 21st to the 23rd. You can get your tickets there. You can buy your tickets there. You can also get a link to the hotel that we'll be at. Everything is happening right there at the Hyatt in South Park. So you don't have to worry about leaving or, anything like that. Just roll out of bed, shower, and the conference is downstairs. Easy peasy. All the information is there. And then if you want to speak with a real human being, ask those questions before you purchase your ticket, then find us on social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And we also have a Facebook group. You can join the community and start connecting with people in advance so that when you're in the conference room, you've already got some friends.
So if you're tuning in or you're reading this on social media, just place a comment, hashtag share your story, and we'd be happy to include you in the free ticket giveaway. I can't wait to invite and give away some tickets. I am really looking forward to attending. And for someone wanting help with their marketing, where can they find and connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my website is richperry.com, easy peasy to remember. And then my social handle on, LinkedIn and Facebook and all that is at Coach Rich Perry. So you can find me there and reach out and say hello. In the event that you want some information on how to market and communicate your message, for your business, go to my website, richperry.com, and download my free book, Talk of the Town. Get it free. And if you go to Empowered Podcasting, I'll give you a physical copy because I'll have some of those promotional books available there.
Well, before we wrap this up, what one key takeaway do you want someone that tuned in today to walk away with?
The key takeaway would be make an impact. Share your story share what it is that you do well to help other people and keep doing it. And you will make an impact in your community, in your region, and just give goodness out there. Just make a difference, make an impact out there.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today, Rich.
Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to meet you in person at EPC.
Thank you for tuning in today. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you have a story of your own that you'd like to share, or have ever thought about becoming a published author, visit 5milestones.com to be a guest on the show. One conversation is all it takes to become a published author. You have a story that matters. It's time to tell it.